Will Smith claps back at memes of him and Sean Diddy Combs and speaks out for the first time about his history with the music.
Back after someone has recorded and leaked his court hearings. Someone in court had recorded on their phone multiple of the court hearings with Diddy, which of course is highly illegal, and now actually leaked this to the press, and it's appearing all over.
Take your clothes off. And I said no. And I left. And they told me they were gonna burn all my music. And they didn't stop.
Controversy and celebrity often go hand in hand, but what's happening with Sean Diddy Combs has Hollywood genuinely rattled. Over the past year, a flood of serious allegations has rocked the industry, pulling back the curtain on a music mogul once seen as untouchable. And it's not just Combs in the spotlight. As the legal storm grows louder, it's dragging in some of the biggest names in entertainment. Shockingly, one of them is Will Smith.
Called out memes he'd seen online trolling his past association with Combs, who is currently in jail awaiting trial on trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution charges. Videos of the moment have been posted online showing Will telling the sold-out crowd, "The world we're in right now, it's really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true. I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. Some of it's funny." But the Fresh Prince sets the record straight on where he really stands with Combs, formerly known as Puff Daddy or Puffy early in his career, saying he's not jiggy with the freak-offs or baby oil, in fact.
Lately, rumors have been flying that Will Smith may have been tied to some of the shady activities allegedly surrounding Combs. Social media buzz and internet whispers claimed Smith was seen at Combs' infamous private parties. The same one's now under legal scrutiny. But Smith didn't stay silent. During a live show, he addressed the talk head-on, delivering a sharp denial. "I don't have anything to do with Puffy." Just like that, he shut it all down.
I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have shit to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all the memes. I can stop all of that bullshit. Will adds, "I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak-off. I do enough of my own shit. Don't be putting me in other people's bullshit. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid shit. So whenever y'all hearin' if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil." Per the federal indictment released after his September 16th arrest and obtained by E! News, Combs' freak-offs were described as elaborate performances during which female victims were compelled through force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sex acts with male commercial workers. The 54-year-old was also accused in the document of arranging, directing, masturbating during, and often electronically recording the freak-offs, as well as of transporting commercial sex workers across state lines and internationally.
Smith's statement seemed like a clear move to distance himself from the scandal that's gaining serious momentum. With the case against Combs heating up, a courtroom showdown looms, and big-name witnesses could soon be called to testify. The wide guy, pressure is building fast. If the rumors are true and Smith is pulled into the legal spotlight, it could be a game-changing moment, one that might finally expose secrets that have stayed hidden for years.
He is back after someone has recorded and leaked his court hearings. Someone in court had recorded on their phone multiple of the court hearings with Diddy, which of course is highly illegal, and now actually leaked this to the press, and it's appearing all over TikTok. We of course all know about the situation with Diddy recently. I'm sure you are all aware. Not long ago the lists all came out of people that attended these parties that you've probably seen, but if you haven't, there you go. In these videos, in the first one, they are basically reading out all the different charges and he enters a non-guilty plea on all. The second one is his bail hearing, and it literally shows the reason why he was denied bail. This is a federal case. Everybody's wanted to see him in this setting, but obviously you're not able to. I can't show the actual video of this because it's literally a criminal offense, completely illegal. But it's easy enough to find if you look it up. This is wild, and the stuff that was being said has everybody online shook. Most people, including me, just can't get over how this was actually recorded. Like, how did this person do that? They would have sold this for a fortune to the media.
Sean Diddy Combs has been a giant in the music industry for years, credited with launching and shaping the careers of countless artists. But lately, his once celebrated legacy is being eclipsed by mounting legal troubles that could bring his entire empire crashing down. Investigators now claim that Combs was at the center of a decades-long operation allegedly involving trafficking, coercion, and other serious criminal acts.
Guys, let's talk Tevin Campbell. We all know when Tevin Campbell came in the game years ago, Quincy Jones, And your boy Will Smith was the ones who really turned him out and groomed him. I'm gonna take y'all back to Tupac, and a lot of y'all wasn't old enough when Tupac was here. Tupac was engaged to Quincy Jones' niece. At one time, Tupac came out and stated that Quincy Jones wanted him to give him that eggplant, and he called him all kind of stuff, man. See, Tupac exposed the stuff that was going on in the industry long before he passed away. Can you dig what I'm saying? So, man, you know, we got people like Quincy Jones, Will Smith, Dwayne Martin, you know, the Wayans brothers, all that stuff, man. You know, these people gonna be held accountable because they turned Tevin Campbell out. Now, Tevin Campbell was out here prostituting out here in Las Vegas and in Hollywood. But the question is, man, who really got that virus and who's next?
The allegations first made headlines in late 2023 when several people stepped forward, sharing disturbing claims about what allegedly went on behind the scenes. Reports hinted that some of Comem's elite gatherings may have involved coercion and manipulation, with a few individuals saying they were placed in uncomfortable, compromising situations. As investigators dug deeper, the case widened, prompting raids on Comem's properties and the seizure of evidence that prosecutors now consider key to building their case.
On those drives, the witness says 8 videos featured 8 celebrities at Diddy freak offs or parties, and that 6 were males, 2 were females. The drive also included a manuscript of an alleged Kim Porter memoir, a memoir that her 4 kids insist is fake. Courtney Burgess told his story on a podcast before he told the grand jury today, and after he told the grand jury, and I mean immediately after, he booked it over to my set, and he and his attorney talked to me. I should tell you that he was very limited in how much detail he could go into about his testimony. And because the 8 people in the videos, the 8 celebrities in the videos were allegedly victims of crimes, we know who they are, but we will not be naming them, famous or not.
The case has taken multiple unexpected turns, with fresh revelations surfacing almost weekly. Prosecutors are leaning heavily on witness statements, surveillance footage, and financial documents. They claim that Combs didn't just take part. In the misconduct, he created environments where it was allowed to thrive. As media attention grew, internet users began drawing links between Combs and other big-name stars. One name that kept popping up was Will Smith, with some speculating he had insider knowledge of what really went down. The theory picked up steam thanks to resurfaced interviews and viral clips of the two interacting over the years.
Will, not you too. How could you let Diddy do this? And in this most recent video is evidence that Diddy got to Will Smith, and the person that's describing the event even goes into detail of how bad it actually was. I mean, this is just pure evil. And on top of that, Will Smith, I mean, he slapped Chris Rock. He lets Jada walk all over him. Had his son's best friend go crazy on his wife. I mean, and now, since they found the tapes at Diddy's mansion, which is adding coal to the fire. And don't worry, I'm gonna show you guys the video. But it's honestly kind of astonishing to me, the sheer fact that Diddy got to so many different people, and everybody just swept it right under the rug. So much so that he even got to the likes of, we'll say, like A-list celebrity.
But Smith didn't wait long to put the rumors to rest. While on stage in San Diego, he directly addressed the buzz, making it crystal clear that he had zero ties to the accusations swirling around Combs. "I don't have anything to do with Puffy," he said firmly, sending a loud message to both the public and the press. His quick response pointed to a bigger issue in Hollywood: how easily someone's name can get caught up in a scandal without any solid proof. Smith's words weren't just about protecting his own reputation, they were a stand against the viral misinformation that spreads like wildfire across social media.
To this extent, no one's safe.
And having anal sex with Will. Let me process that for a second. There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him.
Even with Smith's strong denial, legal analysts say there's still a possibility he could be called to testify. His past ties to Combs, whether as a friend, professional peer, or casual guest, could make him a useful witness in the eyes of the prosecution. Even if Smith wasn't involved in any wrongdoing, his perspective might help illustrate behavioral patterns or clear up long-standing speculation. If he's brought to the stand, it would undoubtedly become a major turning point in the trial. Smith isn't just another celebrity. His reputation for being genuine and straightforward could give real weight to the proceedings. Prosecutors would likely question him about his dealings with Comey, the atmosphere of events he attended, and whether he ever saw anything that raised red flags.
Now, I struggled in the UK to get this. It took me to jump through a few VPN hoops, let's just say. However, if you are in the US, it's very easy. It's on Tubi, and I believe it's on Netflix and Apple TV and Hulu. They have interviewed a lot of people. They have dug deep into history. There is stuff on there that I haven't even seen before. The more I'm watching, the more I'm finding out, the more I am absolutely just disturbed. I mean, I was disturbed anyway, but Jesus Christ, how many people are involved in this? And one thing this documentary showed me is how many people have actually tried to warn everybody in the past, and nothing has been done about it. But the question is, did Diddy do it? He did.
On the other hand, Smith's legal team would likely push back hard against any effort to involve him in a case where he isn't directly tied. They'd argue that rumors and speculation don't justify dragging him into a high-profile legal fight that could damage both his career and personal life. While attention has temporarily shifted towards Smith, the spotlight is still firmly on Combs. Prosecutors have built a strong case backed by multiple testimonies from individuals who claim they were manipulated or coerced. Court filings indicate that some of Combs' former staff and close associates may also be called to testify, potentially strengthening the prosecution's narrative and intensifying the pressure surrounding the case.
Combs will officially not be home for the holidays after a judge just denied him bail now for the third time. Diddy's been behind bars since September and will likely now remain there until his trial date, which is in May of 2025. Combs' lawyers tried just about everything at this point to get him released, offering a $50 million bond, a 24-hour security team, a home monitoring system at his Upper East Side Manhattan apartment. They tried it all, but the judge still felt that, quote, no combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of the community. So why is Diddy deemed so dangerous? Joining me now is one of Diddy's former attorneys, Mark Garagos, and also trial attorney Misstee.
Authorities have also taken a close look at Combs' financial trail, searching for transactions that could back up the mounting allegations. Reports reveal that investigators have followed the flow of large sums of money connected to events and gatherings now under legal scrutiny. If prosecutors can tie these funds to illegal behavior, the financial records may become key evidence in court. Adding to Combs' challenges is his past pattern of settling lawsuits privately. Over the years, he's faced multiple accusations, many ending in confidential settlements rather than public trials. While settlements don't confirm guilt, prosecutors could argue that Combs used them to quiet his accusers instead of clearing his name in court. The ongoing case has stirred major conversation across the entertainment world. Many celebrities are keeping quiet, avoiding public remarks. Others have taken subtle steps to cut ties, deleting old posts and quietly backing away from previous associations with Combs.
Judge said that the prosecutors presented direct evidence that Diddy had a propensity for violence. That, in combination with evidence that he actually tried to circumvent the rules of the Brooklyn Metropolitan Center, circumvent the rules of the prison when it came to communications, was enough to hold him behind bars and to deny him bail. But to your point, Brian, the judge definitely went through this analysis. The judge asked for specific case law relating to these specific issues, but ultimately made that determination that Diddy, there was nothing that the defense could offer to make it safe for the community for him to be out on bail. And that was the basis for it.
Mark, why is this unfair?
Several leading music executives now say this case might serve as a defining moment for the entire industry, pushing a long overdue review of the power structures that have let misconduct flourish unchecked. If Combs is ultimately found guilty, insiders believe it could inspire countless others to share their own stories, sparking new lawsuits that could radically transform the music landscape. For Will Smith, the controversy is an unwelcome diversion. He has invested years repairing his public image after earlier incidents, and becoming tangled in a courtroom saga of this scale is the last headache he needs. His rapid denial aimed to shield his brand. Yet whether it truly silences the rumors is still uncertain in the court of public opinion today, too.
That even if they say there's nothing new, he's going to assume under the law, which he can do, that he's going to take another look at this. He can always take another look at this. I mean, I could give you about 40 different examples of things that could happen that could re-raise the issue of bail. But if I were advising him right now, I would be advising him, let's stop talking about bail. Let's concentrate on getting you out of here and on the trial. And that's where I would be focused at this point. You know, I know I'm jumping ahead, but can I? Yeah, Brian.
Sure, go ahead,
Just
Mark.
ask you one thing. Well, your producer sent over some questions and hit on one of the things that was very aggravating to me that I read an article yesterday. I don't know if Misstee saw the same thing and it aggravated.
As the trial looms closer, the spotlight intensifies on the courtroom, where prosecutors are preparing to lay out their case in full. The judge has already made it clear. This will be a no-nonsense trial with little tolerance for delays or courtroom theatrics. Should Will Smith be summoned to testify, it's expected to be one of the most highly scrutinized moments of the entire proceeding. Meanwhile, Combs continues to assert his innocence, insisting that the mounting accusations are part of a larger scheme aimed at destroying his legacy. His defense team has taken an aggressive stance, challenging witness credibility, questioning motives, and attempting to unravel the prosecution's narrative. Still, with a growing stack of evidence and an increasingly public case, it remains to be seen whether Combs can walk away without a conviction.